Hello everybody and welcome to Ice Scrap Happy Video. I was just in the process of creating a card and I decided that, you know, maybe I'll film it. The process of me putting the card together. So I colored up with my Copic markers a magnolia stamp. Don't know the name of it, but this is it. Colored it up on Dina K paper. I paper pieced her skirt and her scarf from the My Mind's Eye 6x6 paper pad. It's the A Happy Heart collection, as you can see there. And that's some of the papers. And these are the Copics that I used. You can probably freeze the screen, freeze the video so you can get all the names, but these are the markers I use for skin, shoes, and hair, and her shirt. So these are the Copics that I used. And I'm using one of the pre-made cards by Recollections, and it measures 6.5 by 5. And I went ahead and I cut down my card front, or the base for my card front, out of this deep pink cardstock. It's by Basil. And this measures 6 3/4, I believe, by 4 3/4, or a little bit over that. And then I was in the process of distressing the edges of the paper. I also cut from the paper pad this chevron pattern and this pattern here that I used on her skirt, just to tie the two images in, the image and the paper in. This measures 6, this particular piece measures 6 by 2 3/4, and this measures 4 by 5 3/4. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and distress the edges of the chevron piece as well. Right, now on my card base, my card front actually, I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I want the papers to be. I know I want ribbon on here, or lace or something like that. Okay, so I went ahead and I got some ribbon that I bought in Michael's, and it's the Celebrate It 360 ribbon, and I got it in this pink color. Now I just have to figure out what exactly I'm gonna do with it. So let me go ahead and open it up. So I think I'm gonna go with this. Let me pull that over a little bit to the side. Alright, so I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go ahead and use the cheetah method to attach my ribbon once I have all these pieces glued together. Sorry, this whole process of card making for me is, it's fun. I never know which direction I'm gonna go in terms of the layout of the card. You just have to play around with it until you you're in a place where you're comfortable with the way it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this using my ATG gun, and then I'm gonna attach this piece as well. So we've got that. Run a piece down the middle. Right, and alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it here. Alright, now for the ribbon. I learned about the cheetah method, cheater method actually, from Robin Stamps. Some of you may know her as the Pink Stamper. And that's basically just, instead of wrapping the ribbon all the way around and making a bow, which I do occasionally, what you want to do is to cut your ribbon where it will wrap around, like that. And then you want to add tape to the back of that. So here, you guys can see me. Hopefully I'm on camera. I'm just going to add some more tape over here. Make sure it's straight on the front and that it is where I want it to be. And then just attach the other side as well using tape. And I do want a bow on this card, so I'm going to make my bow separately, and I'm probably not going to film that process because that's just, it takes a while for me to make a perfect bow. But that's the gist of how I want the front of the card to be. I'm going to add my Tilda image there. I'm going to put a bow here, I think, and some flowers. Or maybe I could put the bow back here. Alright, so I'll come back once the bow is complete. I'll be right back. So, to tie in all the yellows that you probably can't see that much in the paper line, but it's there, I did use yellow brads. And this has a tinge of yellow in it, but it's not really yellow. It's more like a deep mustardy color, the chevron pattern. But I wanted to bring in some more of the yellow, so I selected a yellow basil cardstock that I'm going to stamp my sentiment on. And since this image, Tilda has these little sparkles, it looks like she's celebrating something, I decided to go with a congratulations sentiment, or a congrats sentiment. And this stamp is by Ditto. Picked it up in Michael's for $1.49 and it came in a set like this. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my acrylic block and stamp that out and attach it to my card. I'm going to use my StazOn Timber Brown, one of my favorite inks to stamp with, to ink it up and stamp it out. Alright, so I've inked up my sentiment and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that out. It's just congrats, and it's a perfect stamp, so I don't have to do it again. So now I'm gonna cut it out with a Spellbinder die on the Nested Pennants die by Spellbinders, and I'm going to be using one of the flags, so this one, as you can see here, and I'm going to go ahead and run that through my Grand Caliber. Okay, so here's my card. It's attached. That's what it looks like now. No, it's definitely not complete yet. I'm gonna attach my sentiment here. Okay guys, so I went ahead off camera and added some I Am Rose's leaves to my card. Okay, so that's what my card looks like now with the sentiment on there and flowers and stuff. But I feel like it still needs something, so I'm gonna add some Recollections bling swirls. These are just some rhinestones. And I'm actually going to cut this into two separate piece swirls. So I have this one here, and just gonna figure out the best placement for it. And I like it right there. And I'm gonna add this one on here too. I think I'll add it over here. So I have that. Not sure if you guys can see that very well, but there we go. Alright, and I feel like it still needs another swirl down here. So here we go. I chose this piece. And I'm probably going to bring it from up here by this leaf and downward. Okay. Alright, so now I think the outside of my card is complete. I don't think I want to add anything more on there. It's pretty much where I need it to be. Except I want to do the inside, and I also want to add some stickles to the stars here. There's a close-up of the outside of my card. And the inside. That's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching another iScrap Happy video. Bye!